Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like everything is set up as we are already getting in, as the players are all ready. Let's see if everything was done properly or not. So we can see any mishaps. No, it seems like the game is going on just the way it should. As everyone is gated in, the colors seem to be fine, so yes. Anyway, Game 1 between Team Chisato and Team Rust. Here we come. Okay, so on the left side, playing with the warm colors, it is gonna be Nuggets on the T1 spam slot on the left side. His teammate just a little bit below him. It is gonna be no one else but Zeta. Then the rare player is gonna be... No way, that's gonna be actually the AI. A very interesting choice to go and place the AI in this spot. Huh? Wait, what? Huh? Huh? It seems like we have two AI players here. Although I have made a mistake because this is gonna be the AI for our bottom team, that is for the... I feel like it's team... Yes, it's Team Rust. And the player here, cosplaying as the AI, is gonna be no one else but Mr. Knock, also known as No One Cares. Oh well, I guess he will try to go and bamboozle the opponents into not killing his ACU, but yeah. Last but not least, for the Team Rust, it is gonna be Blast Shield playing Cybran in a nice orange color. Then, their opponents are gonna be no one else but the Team Chisato without Chisato, because he was unfortunately unable to join us for the first game. But thankfully, we have Mr. BalanceSlave, also known as Grimplex, going to take his place for this round, so yeah. It should be all fine and dandy. Up north, right behind Mr. BalanceSlave, it is gonna be Note playing Cybran in navy blue. Then, as the other player, it is gonna be no one else but our favorite moderator for FAF client, that is Mr. Spiky Noob. Then, to the left side, playing UEF, it's gonna be Xavier, the RNG standard AI, playing the standard royal blue, the color of UEF. And then, last but not least, on the left land spam spot, it is gonna be Mr. Evodin, going also UEF, but this time in a nice cyan color. So, with the introductions out of the way, let's go and see what is gonna happen, because it seems like the AIs are already going in with a few nasty labs to go and try to find enemy units. A small lab from Blast Shield is gonna go and find the edge build factories by BalanceSlave, but unfortunately for a little mech marine, the T1 tank from the freshly built factory is gonna prove to be too much of a challenge to actually deal with. So let's see if any of the others labs are actually gonna go and find some kind of targets. On the left flank, it seems like Odin is actually gonna move in with his own ACU, making it so that the mech marine from the Lundqvist AI is unfortunately gonna meet an early demise. And with the ACU being the spearhead of this push here, it seems like the enemy units are not gonna find even a single kill versus the enemy engineers, meaning that the early lab aggression is not gonna pay off at all. And on the bottom side, yes, it seems like it's gonna be exactly the same stuff happening, as Blast Shield is gonna be really slow with expanding engines to the right side, meaning that the risk of being caught in here is unfortunately zero for the engineers. And as such, trying to go and position your tanks here, with as Grimplex is doing, is not gonna really amount to much. Although who knows, with his ACU coming in here, and the ACU belonging to Blast Shield being a little bit behind on the coming out from base, it seems like the small wall Plateau is gonna belong to Grimplex, meaning that he should be a little bit ahead compared to his opponents. And it seems like the same thing is actually gonna go and happen on the top side, where Odin is gonna try to actually run away for his life, as we can see. Not Liquidus, also known as Nuggets, because it seems like the whole left side team is gonna go and pretend to be AI. They're gonna go and cut off Odin from being able to fall back. And as such, this situation is unfortunately very dangerous for our friend. Thankfully, it seems like the Xavier, the AI, is gonna move in with some of his own land forces, meaning that the AI is gonna support retreating ACU from Odin. And with that, a really good trade is gonna happen here, as the units belonging to the left side are gonna go and basically deleted in no time by the joint forces of the top team, as Team Chisato seems to be actually doing quite fine here, as the ACU belonging to Zeta is gonna take a lot of damage. As Odin seems to be going... Okay, never mind, it seems like he's actually gonna go and reconsider going for the kill here, as we can see that the units are unfortunately gonna go back. So in my opinion, that is actually a very good move. You don't wanna keep on feeding your opponent veterancy upgrades on the ACUs. But just as I say that, I have the bug again with the land factories, but yeah. It seems like for now, Odin is gonna be still capable of holding down this position, especially as we can see him opting to go and build some radar and also the T1 PD, which is gonna be very, very useful on this position, and with Spike Noob joining him in here, this is starting to look very, very good for them. But the other side, we can see that Blast Shield is not gonna go and give up the Plateau, as his ACU together with a bunch of Mantises is gonna try and force BalanceSlave Noob out from here. ACU is gonna exchange shots between one and another. T1 Bomber unfortunately not gonna do much, as the MAA have been mixed in the unit. And yep, just like that, it seems like Grimplex is gonna recognize the fact that this position is no longer his, and as such, he should go and fall back. And at the same time, we have two fights happening, so let's go and join Mr. Odin and Spiky Noob in their task, or should I say quest, of defeating both Liquidus and Zeta, as it seems like the game is gonna go and shape up to be a real sledgehammer, as both teams are trying to go and grab control over the corners. And yes, it seems like Liquidus, or should I say Nuggets, the boy cosplaying the AI, is in big, big trouble. As we can see that Zeta is gonna keep on falling away, as BalanceSlave Noob also gonna take a lot of damage, trying to go and reclaim some of the mass on the right flank. But yeah, the problem is that Liquidus, that is also known as Nuggets, is gonna drop below 1000 HP and 500, 1200, 1000, 600, the overcharge gonna drop him even lower, 300 HP, and kaboom, baby! Here we go, the first defeat of the game, as the boy who was cosplaying AI is gonna get shot down by a duo of Odin and Spiky Noob. And it seems like with that, Zeta is actually gonna go and fall back with his ACU, recognizing that he doesn't want to play against two ACUs alone. And yeah, let's see how this is gonna go and shape up. On the bottom side, it seems like BalanceSlave, recognizing that he cannot unfortunately do it alone, protecting the base, and, or should I say the front line from Blast. He will call for the reinforcements, as the ACU from Note is gonna join him on the front line, meaning that he should have enough time to go and grab some kind of upgrades for himself. We can also see No One Cares trying to go and support this position with the single T1 PD, although I guess he's here to go and just steal the mass. The PD is just a single bonus, or should I say a payment for all of the reclaim which is he about to go and steal. Let's go and see if we have any kind of T3 rush happening. The AI is on the T2 HQ. No One Cares, finally going for the T2 HQ, going for Spectre gunships, which is interesting choice, and especially when you go and see this position here. This is not a T3 setup. It seems like he's actually gonna go and opt for the T2 Air, as we can see him spamming the gunships and a bunch of interceptors. Meaning he's foregoing the T2 switch, I mean the T3 air switch, and instead he's gonna opt for the aggressive T2, especially as it seems like Spiking is doing exactly the same, building Stingers which were just shot down by the flag. Is Mr. Zeta doing a really good job with the unit mix, already on the T2 stage, pulling out blazes to go and deal with the enemy T1 units, which is a very good idea, and a few ascendants, the T2 mobile flags for him are gonna be just enough to go and buy time versus the enemy T2 air. So very nice plays coming out from the dude. Meanwhile, it seems like the top team is gonna go and firmly go for the T3 air HQ, as we can see that the minute 10 HQ is gonna be actually acquired by Spiky Noob. And no one cares. Still building the T2 Air Force. I'm not really sure if this is the play. He's building more and more gunship, and it seems like he's actually might be going for the snipe on the BalanceSlave ACU, as there is no MAA actually in the unit mix, and as such there is nothing to go and protect him. And with Spiky Noob going for that ASF rush, it seems like the BalanceSlave Noob is gonna get them shot down, and here come the interceptors from Spiky Noob together with a few AI units. But it seems like nothing is gonna go and stop these little gunships from killing the enemy ACU, and as such we have the other ACU, Mr. BalanceSlave actually being shot down at minute 10. But the big problem right now is gonna be what is not gonna go and do, as they might have no support from the anything at all, no units, nothing at all to go and save his ACU, as we can see. The bunch of angry manish is going in to go and eat him alive. The man had nothing, no bug repellents or anything, and as such the manish just went in and ate the man without any remorse. As in a very short time it seems like the bottom team is gonna be the one to actually come back here. It was looking quite dicey at the very beginning with them losing the topside player. But hey, it seems like the T2 air play from Mr. No One Cares actually managed to go and pay off. But the problem is now, with the ASF and the Strat Bomber coming out from Spiky Noob, this might be horrible. I see no way of them catching up. He's trying to go for the Swift Winds right now, but the Swifties alone might not be enough to go and deal with the ASFs, which are gonna come out in droves from the base belonging to Spiky Noob. AI going in and joining the fray with some Mungus on the middle, and a great actually run by happening from Zeta, as we can see him using the blazes to basically run through the middle, avoid all of the enemy units, and then go on and raid the enemy mexes. The units are right now kind of, well, chilling, but yeah, it seems like he's gonna go in here to go and kill off the enemy T2 mexes, which is gonna be a very nice trade. Janus coming out from the factory belonging to AI, meaning that the AI actually should be able to deal with this. That is, unless it suicides its units into the enemy flags, which might just happen. The Stingers coming out to go and kill off the enemy units. And the Strat Bomber is there, gonna go and try to shot down Blast Shield ACU. First shell actually connects, or should I say the bomb, as we can see the ASF Wasp and also SR-90 Blackbeard joining the Ambassador, but yeah, it seems like there is a lot of MAA in the vicinity, meaning that this Strat Bomber might actually get shot down before it actually gets a chance to go and finish off the AC building to Blast Shield, as we can see more and more shots connecting versus him, 100 HP, 20 HP, and kaboom, baby, it seems like he is gonna go and fall down. Still, the damage have been done, as the ACU is gonna be forced to fall back, as only 4000 HP on it, meaning that this push can actually still keep on going. Because the units are still alive, the AC will not join them, but hey, we will see if this is gonna be enough or not. No, it seems like Blast Shield is gonna go and fall back, recognizing the fact that the Pilars and the PDs coming out from F Odin are gonna be enough to go and stop it. Especially when we go and look at the unit mix, and we will see that there is no T2, no T3 units coming out from Blast Shield. Only the AI is providing the Pilar support with the T2 tanks. But I'm afraid to say this might be not enough to actually go and finish it off. Especially as the Riptides from the AI is gonna go and join their position here to go and save it. So yes, I don't see the bottom team actually managing to go and crash this position for now. So let's go and see what is happening on the top side, because we have a rather big push happening from Mr. Zeta, who's gonna go and try to shut down Odin. As we can see all the blazes and everything just coming in here, trying to go and shoot him down. As his AC is gonna go and fire overcharge, gonna kill a few blazes here and there, and there is also a few pilers joining him in, meaning that he's actually gonna be secure here. Very nice indeed. He's just getting that AC overcharge value over time. So, it seems like we are somehow gonna enter a small stalemate between the both teams. And more or less the game is gonna be about who can go and take control over the air position. AI actually getting a SIG usage out of the TMLs, which are just killing the T2 Maxes belonging to FOD. Capo goes one of them. As it seems like the AI is actually also gonna go and snipe some other stuff. Another missile coming in hot. Gonna go and clean up the remaining wreckage, so yeah, AI even making sure that there's gonna be nothing left around. Strat Bomber coming out here. Gonna go and kill one of the enemy T2 Maxes, and let's see if Nog is actually gonna go and respond on time. He's trying to go and grab one of the transcenders, the T3 Ion Sams, and kaboom! A bunch of engineers is gonna get shot down. A T3 reactor gonna take a lot of damage. And bunch of coursers gonna go and finish the job, as we can see. Not even the wreckage gonna go and remain from the T3 Pigeon. And unfortunately, it seems like this might be the game here and right now. Really nice macro coming out from Ambassador, as we can see him hoverbombing the enemy's Transcender, which is gonna go and fall down in a few more volleys from the Corsairs. Strat Bomber got shot down. But unfortunately, with the Pigeon outside of commission, means that there is nothing that no one cares can actually do to keep this base alive. The T1 MAA should be able to go and buy him some time. But the problem is gonna be that the Corsairs are gonna go and finish off the yet unbuilt T3 reactor, or at least I think that's gonna happen. Oh no, never mind, it seems like he's actually gonna go and try to snipe the enemy ECU with the Corsairs, instead of killing the T3 power generator. Broadswords also being fielded, as we can see them being on minimap, pushing in here. And the situation is looking very, very dicey indeed for the bottom team, as Team Rust is really proving that the Rust is real, as Control K is gonna go and come out from Mr. No One Cares to go and basically just buy some more time, as he's gonna go and use his ACU as basically a nuclear bomb to kill off enemy interceptors, ASF and other stuff. But the problem is, even though he managed to go and finish them off, there is more and more gunships coming in from Spiky Noob. We can see the T3 HQ being under fire, the Corsairs and everything focusing on it, trying to go and make sure that the enemy is gonna be outside of the air game for the incoming few more minutes. Yes, there is no saving this base, and as such it seems like the bottom team will have to go and opt for some kind of land push to go and regain control over this game, because without air support it is gonna be really hard to maintain dignity here as a land players. And yeah, the Harbingers coming out from Zeta are gonna be just enough to go and buy some time around here, especially as we can see Zeta opting to go and field some Redeemers, the T3 mobile anti-air units for Aeon, meaning that he should be able to go and make a small push happen here and there without losing the land forces to incoming enemy air units. And oh my god, AI! They have no chill. Like how much? 1,200 mass killed on this little bad boy? 5,000 on this TML here, oh boy. This is just some SIG value right here and right there, and let's see if we'll get more or not, as another missile is gonna go and launch in the air. TMD trying to go and shadow, and yes, it seems like there is enough zappers right now here in the vicinity to go and protect the mexes, which is very nice to see. But hey, the question is, what can Team Rusty Ras do to actually go and come back? Because with the Percivals, with the Parashield mix-in hitting the field, the Harbingers are gonna have much harder actually fighting them off against. A triple TML being launched by someone to go and shoot something down, but I'm afraid to say it's not gonna happen, as the buzz kills from the AI are gonna go and protect it. So yeah, it seems like the AA, the topside AI, also known as Xavier. Oh no, never mind, he actually got some SIG value here from TML, 3000 must killed, so yeah, that is pretty good. And speaking of AI, it seems like it's actually making quite a nice progress around here. As the Titans are proving to be just enough to go and crush the defenses, but unfortunately, it seems... No! I was about to say that the few flak units available here are not gonna be enough to go and defend against the gunships. But the caster was blind, because the beautiful Cougars right here with the double Gatling guns are gonna be just enough to go and protect them. Meaning that the land push can still happen, especially if it's gonna be actually moved in tandem with the units belonging to Blast Shield. As we can see the beautiful flank unfolding as the AI and human players are working in tandem. So maybe, just maybe, they will manage to go and delete this position here. Or at least I hope they will be. Blast Shield just trying to go and stay alive for a little while longer here. I mean, F Odin, as we can see him just falling back, not trying to go and fight off the enemy Harbinger army, at least not yet. Okay, here comes the Broadsword, and it seems like Zeta will have nothing to actually go and answer here, as not only we have Broadsword on the field, but also a few coursers coming in to go and snipe him. As the man unfortunately forgot to go and make the MAA for his own ACU. His land armies might be protected. But ACU, unfortunately, it had no coverage at all. A rookie mistake, I say so. Protecting your land armies with a bunch of MAA, but not protecting your ACU? Oh boy, yeah. That's a rookie mistake if I ever saw one. But it seems like it's gonna be right now Blast Shield and his friendly AI going up versus F Odin and Spike Nope, so we'll see how is it actually gonna work out for them or not. Because it seems like he might still have more mass available, 690 compared to 550, so yes, he does have a really great economy available to himself. But can he actually out-macro the opposing team? Because it seems highly unlikely, as we will see Mr. Spiky harassing and basically killing off all of the remnants from the core bases belonging to Zeta and Nuggets, as the Broadswords are just killing one mech after another. Until nothing left is... After nothing of value is left, so yes. This might be pretty hard. Like very hard to actually go and come back from here. He would need some kind of experimental unit, maybe some nuclear launcher or something to go and basically eradicate this whole base belonging to Spiky Nope, as otherwise It seems like the gunships are gonna be enough to, well, mow down any kind of remaining forces. As we can see, the broadsword just flying from one target to another. And yes, building sums is the good idea, but unfortunately, you're gonna need more than one, as otherwise the broadswords can just basically overpower them. Another mech is gonna go and bite the dust. And yeah, it really does feel like this position here, the base that once belonged to Greenplex, all of this should have been erased a long time ago. Because this choke point here is proving to be really hard for Blast to actually go and deal with. But I guess with the ACU coming under the enemy Strat Bomber fire and also getting Corset earlier, it was just enough to go and pat a wrench in the plans of the bottom team. As the ACU, being unable to be fielded on the front line, couldn't provide the much needed overcharge versus the enemy units, meaning that the push has been halted. Lundqvist, the AI, still trying its best to actually push in through this middle position. Corsair is gonna get shot down by the MAA and also a few interceptors. And man, do I love the Cougars. They're just such a cool unit. They just go brrr, 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 and there goes the enemy air, falling down one after another. I mean, Gatling guns are really cool, but yeah, it seems like F. Odin is gonna go and erase the wall base that once belonged to Zeta. As we can see the march of Percivals coming in here. As a few Eruptors, the T1 Ion PDs are unfortunately not gonna be enough to go and stop them. We can see power generators falling one after another, Max's sums exploding, as the Percivals do not discriminate. They are gonna fire one volley after another, erasing any kinds or traces of the base which once belonged to Zeta. Only wreckage is gonna remain here. Maybe we can even see Mercies being used here to go and deal with the Percivals, but unfortunately, a single Percy is not gonna be... single Mercy is not gonna be enough to kill even a single Percy. Mercy, Percy, yeah well. Not a battery butter. Okay, speaking of the push here, it seems like Blast Chill is finally gonna be capable of making a difference here, but unfortunately for him, it seems like Spike Noob is gonna pay attention, as we can see a big amount of Cerberus being fielded by him, as the lasers are blinking from left to right as the bricks and mantises are taking a considerable damage here. As the Cerberus turrets go plink, 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 dealing the damage. And with this, the push might have managed to go and kill off some of the factories, but unfortunately, I don't see them actually covering this mass here, so yeah. Spiky can just send a few engineers to go and reclaim all of it. And the Percivals, the ones that have just finished the base belonging to Zeta, are still gonna keep on pushing. The wall, as big and long as this, unfortunately have a one fatal flaw. It was never finished. Meaning that the Percivals can basically walk through it, just like this little archer. So let's see what is Blast gonna do. For now he's gonna keep on spawning as many T1 PDs as possible, which I guess can buy some time. But with AI retreating with its units, I'm afraid to say that this last line of defense is not gonna hold on. As the Percivals from FOD are basically unstoppable here. Nothing and no one will stop them ever. AI making the last hurrah attack with a few titans. As we can see the remnants of the forces being just eradicated one after another. The Linquidus, the AI for the bottom team, is losing more and more units, and we can see malls being built as the last line of defense, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Oh no. I guess with how bad the Percival's rate of fire is, fielding flares might just work out, because look at this overkill. So who knows? Maybe there is some kind of idea behind that madness. But it seems there is none, as the Percivals are still marching forward. And meanwhile, a blast shield might be trying to go and make something happen on the middle of the map. As we can see him pushing with bricks here and with a bunch of units. Spiking up and FOD are gonna respond in kind. Just like clockwork, pushing from the other side, making sure that no support is gonna go and join the army here. And with the fatboy being finished for the AI. And also AI nicely kiting back from the enemy units. I'm afraid to say that this push is not gonna work out, as Blast Shield is gonna be forced back to fall back. The other AI also trying to go and build Fatboy. Actually the Fatboy is finished. We can see it trying to go and save the remains of the base belonging to no one cares. But with this many Percivals, boy, there is no stopping them. Not at all. Yes, the wall base have been erased. And while the fatboy from the AI friend might still go and buy us some time, I'm afraid to say, with the economy right now swinging back to the hands of the topside team, 760 miles versus 500, this is gonna be really bad, especially as we can see the broadswords coming in, swooping in. As we can imagine, the march of Valkyries blasting in here on full tilt, as the army belonging to Blast Shield is basically gonna get erased by the plasma guns mounted on the broadsword. As the T3 VF gunships are not gonna go and stop, we can see them now pushing forward, further and further towards the enemy bases. Flying over the hill. A small airfight gonna go and happen, as we will see Sparky trying to go and protect his air units. As the T3 gunship's gonna go and basically split. One group is gonna go and try to shot down the enemy ACU, while the other one gonna go for the base belonging to Blast Shield, as you can see. The ACU is gonna go and stay alive, but the base belonging to Blast Shield, unfortunately, is gonna take a lot of damage. 2 T3 pigeons have been finished off. As the broadswords are gonna go from right to left, from left to right. Maxes falling one after another, as all of the enemy units have been shot down, not a single ASF left in the hands of Blast Shield, meaning that there is not much to go and stop the broadswords from actually dealing enormous damage here. A single Myrmidon trying to go and stand its ground. It is gonna go and shot down a few more gunships, but still with 5 of them remaining, it seems like they can still keep on wreaking havoc. MAA from AI gonna go and join the fray, trying to go and make sure that Spiking is gonna be forced to fall back, and yes, sure enough, it seems like fall back he will. But with the AI still pushing in with the fat boy, this is starting to look worse and worse, as the man is basically playing survival game mode at this moment. As not only Odin and Spikey are still pushing in, the AI is still doing quite a nice job here. with their own units here, pushing through this choke point, and the Fat Boy really getting some nice value. 15,000 must killed on it, so yeah. AI can actually also make a proper usage of Fat Boy, it just needs some luck with its placement. But here comes another push from FO, as we can see the Percival army, or should I say two Percival armies trying to go and attack from two sides at the same time, meaning that the AI forces cannot respond to all the threats. And as such, one of the armies should be capable of breaking into the enemy base. The Fat Boy is doing its best laying down the siege, or should I say the covering fire. But this might be just not enough, as the Percivals are just gonna keep on walking. They're really Fat Boys with a lot of HP, so well, they can take some fire from the enemy Fat Boy, and even though he have the high ground, I'm afraid to say it won't grant him any damage bonuses for now, so yeah. The base is unprotected as the ASU is gonna go and join the fray, and unfortunately the AI doesn't recognize just how powerful the Percivals are. And kaboom, baby! It seems like with this, Blast Shield is gonna be the last player remaining on the battlefield, or no? Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Let me see. Novak satellite. He actually made a teleport and teleported to the air grid. And while, yes, he sure managed to go and kill it all, but oh boy, that's... I just missed a whole teleport because I was busy looking at the land armies. I guess this is the caster course in work. But well, what can I say? With this, it seems like the Team Ras is gonna go and take the L in the first round, and as such, Team Chisato are gonna go and gain a match point. As we will go to the game number 2, this time on Noro. So well, see ya in the lobby sim.